Ah. So we're going to start with our breathing and centering, a little bit of seated warm ups. We're going to kind of put together bits and pieces of what we've been doing into a little bit of a flow here, one of my favorite little seated movement flows. Then we'll come up to standing, and then I want to give us plenty of time to come back down to the floor and focus on some stretches there. So for right now, let's get comfy. Maybe begin with a few shoulder rolls, just coming into your body this morning. Always a nice way just to sort of say good morning to yourself. We'll take a few circles the other direction. And let's go ahead and just come to a little shoulder squeeze. So, drawing the shoulders up to the ears, keeping your chin parallel with the floor. And then a slow release, just so the shoulders melt down, kind of have a little neck head bobble there. And just do that one more time. Let's squeeze the shoulders up, hold for just a second, and then slowly press the shoulders down. And again, just have that little wiggle. Nice big breath in through your nose and out with a long, soft sigh. Maybe closing your eyes or softening your gaze downwards as we begin to tune in. So, just take a moment to feel as if you could welcome your whole self here, welcoming in all of your thoughts, energy, and attention. And begin to feel your awareness traveling down from the top of your head. Let's take a deep breath in here from the top of the head. And as you exhale, allow your awareness to travel down to the shoulders, the chest, relaxing the muscles of the face, the jaw. Maybe just kind of stretch that jaw around. And on your next long, slow exhale, softening down from the shoulders to your belly. Just feel the weight of the arms letting go, the back, the belly muscles softening. And on one more breath, relaxing all the way down through the hips, legs, feet, and just bringing attention to where your body meets support, whether that's feet on the floor, hips in a chair, or hips on a cushion on the floor. Just feeling that moment of letting your weight land here. So becoming more fully present here in this now moment. Hmm. Beautiful. Let's bring the palms together, rubbing them together, just generating a little warmth, energy, and connection here. And then placing one hand over the heart center, the middle of your chest, and the other over your belly. And pause for a moment just to feel the hands on your body. So feel the warmth, perhaps, of your hands making contact with you, maybe noticing the temperature of your skin or the texture of your clothing beneath the hands. Again, this is just an anchor point to bring our awareness more fully present. And then begin to feel your breath, the movement of your breath beneath your hands. Body gently expanding out to meet the palms as you inhale. And softly relaxing as you exhale. We're going to activate the belly muscles just a little bit more here. So let everything relax as you breathe in. Feel the belly, the chest, your whole body expanding outwards. And as you exhale, soften the chest, gently hug the belly back towards the spine. All the way to the end of your breath. Let's take 3 more breaths like this. Feeling your radiant breath like the sunlight spreading out through you in all directions. And again, with each exhale, keeping the chest soft, the shoulders relaxed, just gently draw the belly muscles back as though you were lovingly squeezing all of the old air out. As we take 2 more breaths like this helps us to get a little bit more oxygen into our body. That complete emptying of the breath actually makes it easier to take a fresh breath back in, makes it easier to fill the lungs up. So, one more time, bringing in all of this renewed energy, fresh breath and oxygen, and lovingly breathing out whatever you don't need. Any stuck stress, fatigue, tension of the day. And then release your hands down to your knees. Let's have palms face up today. Pardon me. We're going to tip the head to the right now, little ear to shoulder. And in that position, let's find our micro movement, tipping the head forward and back. And just start to notice where you're feeling a bit of a stretch or sensation here through the left side. And then we can change the angle of the head, which will bring new sensations, help us to find new areas to bring some TLC to here. So we can turn the chin towards the shoulder a bit more, tipping up and down. We're just getting curious and exploring there for a moment. And then we'll pause, take a deep breath in. Let's sigh it out as we release the tongue, the jaw, the neck, the shoulders. Imagine your breath flowing all the way out through your fingertips. And then just rolling the head, the shoulders a little forward to center and back up. Growing a little taller. And let's go the other way. So left ear to shoulder. Let's let that right shoulder be heavy. And again, just take your time as you start to explore, maybe closing your eyes to bring your awareness inside of that movement. Let yourself be the curious explorer. I always imagine we're going spelunking here. We're looking for areas that might be feeling a little stiff or tight, and just bringing some hydrating movements to the muscles, to the fascia, and then finding that little sweet spot where maybe it feels good just to be for a moment. Taking a deep breath in, and again, a long sigh out as the breath travels out through the jaw, down through the neck, chest, shoulders, arms, and right on out through your fingertips. And then rolling the head, the shoulders forward and back up to center. Good. All right, let's take the elbows just a little bit wider here. I'm going to make some room for the ribs, and we're just going to glide the ribs from side to side like you've got a little string that's pulling them over. Now, be mindful that you're not sort of tipping, more like a metronome side to side, but I think of an old-fashioned typewriter with the carriage gliding from side to side. And it doesn't matter how far in each direction, but just starting to find a little movement here through the side body, starting to open up through the rib cage a little bit. Let's do one more each way. And we're going to come back to center, and we're going to find that movement forward and back. So we're pressing the chest forward. Let's keep the chin level with the floor so we can really isolate more of the thoracic spine area, so that middle and upper back. And then this is not so much that big C curve of the spine, but thinking of drawing your breastbone back through your shoulder blades. So kind of pressing the back of your ribs back. And then again, as the ribs, the chest reaches forward, the shoulders squeeze gently back. And as the chest moves back, the shoulders come a little forward. So just play with that for Another moment here. Maybe we inhale forward and exhale back. Let's do one more. Starting to warm things up, finding a little fluid movement, a little space in the body. And then we're going to press forward and scoop the ribs to the right, to the back, to the left, and to the front. Keep going around here like you're scooping out the inside of a honey jar. Yeah, we're going to take one more circle this way. And let's reverse. Maybe weaving our breath in again so that we're inhaling as we circle forward and exhale as we circle back. And just noticing where things maybe don't feel as fluid this morning. Maybe there's a little snug spot. That's okay. Just shine a little spotlight of awareness there, moving mindfully, slowly through your body, and then circling all the way back to center and relax. So if you are cross-legged, let's just notice which leg is in front. Go ahead and stretch everything out for a moment there, just shaking out the legs, bouncing the knees a little bit up and down. And then we'll cross them back the other way. So we're bringing that balance to our hips. Alrighty. Interlace your fingers, and we're going to come through our breath of joy or circle of joy. Ooh, that reminds me, I don't know if we've done breath of joy, or if we did, it might have been early on. We might have to do that one today. It's really fun. We'll do that when we come up to standing. All right, so rolling through the wrists. It's funny how some things just like leave your awareness. Like it's been in my repertoire, and then all of a sudden I just forgot it existed. I'm glad I remembered that today. It's a really nice energizing breath too. Great for some brain body coordination. Alrighty, so back to center. From here, we're going to bring the hands in front of the chest. So fingers are still interlaced. Let's feel that radiant breath expanding out in all directions as you inhale. And then as you exhale, press the palms forward. Now we tuck the chin and hips. Now we get to come into that C curve of the spine, rounding back. And then on your next inhale, reach for the sky. Let's just be there for a moment. Let the shoulders soften off the ears, grounding down through the hips as you feel this length through the sides of your body. And then little side bend to the right. And let's inhale up through our center. Exhale, little side bend to the left. Inhale up through center. And as you release the fingers, let's just roll through the wrists as the arms float back down. Okay, we're going to interlace the fingers again the opposite way, so the way that does not feel quite so natural. And if you're unsure, don't think about it. Don't think about it. Just do it. Notice which thumb is on top. And that's probably the side that we just did. So then we'll just switch. Again, with your breath, inhale that radiant sunlight spreading out in all directions. On your exhale, press the palms forward, tuck and round through your back. Inhale, lengthening up. Pause to drop the shoulders off the ears, and exhale left this time. Just a little balancing out here. Inhaling up through center. Exhaling to the right. Inhaling up through center, and exhale, release the arms, rolling through the wrists. Ooh, that was a good release of my shoulder. I don't know if you could hear that. And then just shake everything out. Good. Alrighty, from here, take a little twisty to your right. So finding some length, pressing gently down through the hips as you lift through your heart. Gazing softly back over that right shoulder. Just make sure you're not pulling through the neck. And from here, we're going to unwind a little bit. So we've come through this moving twist before, dropping the chin a little forward. That back shoulder can release a little forward. And then spiraling up around to the right again. And gently drawing the shoulders back so we can feel a little engagement of the back muscles. This is really wonderful for strengthening our postural muscles. And then we just unwind a little, kind of rounding the back, hugging the tummy in, and then again, spiraling up and around to the right. And gently unwind. Now, this time, your body's going to turn to the right as your head looks to the left. And unwind. Again, body spirals around to the right, gently drawing the shoulders back as you look left and softening as you unwind. Let's do that one more time. Twisting to the right, looking to the left. And unwind. Now your head's going to go the same direction as your body. So we twist to the right, look to the right, and stay there for a breath. Okay, so if you're cross-legged, I'm thinking about pressing my knee kind of out into my hand and a little bit down, and equally pulling my hand back into the knee. So it's a real strong kind of grounding point. And if you're seated in the chair, you can do the same thing with the hand on the outside of the leg. You're just sort of pressing the hand into the leg and pressing the leg into the hand, pulling the hand back into the leg. So equal pressure. Okay, so that's going to keep you a little bit more grounded as we now lift our right arm up beside the ear. So just feel a little length down through your hip, up through your fingers, a little ooey gooey reach into that right side of your body. Then we're taking a mini side bend to the left. And this is really more of a diagonal. So it's like we're reaching up over that left knee. Your head can be wherever you like. You could look up into the right arm, look out in front of you, or you could look down over that left shoulder. So see where your neck feels the most comfortable. And then we're going to move with our breath. So we inhale, reach straight up to the sky. Again, pause. Exhale, mini side bend over. Lugging the belly towards your back. Again, we inhale, float up. Exhale, mini side bend over. Wow, the belly to your back. One more time. We inhale up. Exhale over. And then we inhale, come up, completing that twist. Bring the hand down behind you. Release everything through center. Have a little wiggle there. Before we come to the other side, let's move through our cat stretches as a little bit of an integration movement. So now we get to find that C curve of the spine as we lift and arch. So think about your nostrils on the center of the chest, being mindful not to take the head too far back here. And then exhale, belly to back as we round, tucking the tail under. So just rolling up the spine and rolling back down the spine. One more time. Good. Coming back to center. And if you wish, you can change the cross of your legs again. So maybe again, just stretch them out for a moment, give them a little bounce, a little shaky, anything that feels good there. Maybe a little ankle roll. Already starting to warm up the ankles a bit for our standing balance. And then cross them back. Okay, other side. We twist to the left. So we're going to come through our moving twist first. Head moves with the shoulders for the first couple, then head moves away from the shoulders for the second couple, and then we'll add in our side bend. All right, so first, growing tall, spiraling gently around. Again, nice and easy. Just come to meet the edge of your stretch. So the edge is where you can come to comfortably, where you can still breathe fully, and where you're not feeling any pain or strain. From here, let's breathe in. And as you exhale, just unwind a little bit, softening that effort of the back, drawing the tummy in, chin in, just releasing basically. And then on the length of your next inhale, spiraling up and around to the left. And then on the length of your exhale, unwinding. So we're going to do that one more time with the head, following the body. Gently squeezing the shoulders back, and then feel the shoulders release forward. Now we change the head position. So spiraling up around to the left as we look right and release. Inhale, body to the right, head to the left. Exhale. Last time. Now the head comes with you. The next time that you twist towards your left, take one full breath here. And again, feel your right hand and knee or leg pressing into each other, and we'll sweep the left arm up. Now just think about growing a little taller, down through that left hip, up through your fingers. Again, it's a little bit of that ooey gooey reach through the ribs here. Now take a mini side bend to your right. Head wherever it's most comfy. Pause, and then working with your breath. We're going to inhale, float up. So just reaching towards the ceiling, and then exhale, little side bend over. Taking the length of your inhale to float up. Pause for a heartbeat, and the length of your exhale to arch over. We're going to do that one more time. And each time through, just notice if perhaps things are feeling a little more supple, a little more open. And this next inhale, we rise up, sweep the arm down, and gently release back through center. Have a nice big breath, a little wiggle. And just pause to feel everything reorganizing as we do one more round of our cat stretches. Inhale, rolling up through the spine. Exhale, rolling down through the spine. Good. Last time through. Coming all the way back up. And relax. Good. All right, one more time. Stretch out your legs. We're just going to move a little through the fingers, the toes, the wrists, the ankles. Getting all these juicy joints nice and juicy this morning. I wish you could see the birds out front. They have finally found my bird feeder, and I think I'm going to have to get another one because there's so many of them out there. It's quite lovely. I love seeing them. All right, so I don't even know what I'm doing here. I'm just sort of flipping the hands over and back as I point and flex the feet. So don't even worry if your brain's like, what is she doing? I'm just moving. I just want to get some warmth going into these joints. So whatever works for you, you could do circles. You could just do some little shakes, Let's get the fluids flowing for just another second here. Good. All righty, we're gonna make our way up to standing any way that's easiest for you to get there. If you're on the floor, I would suggest coming through all fours and then up. If you're in a chair, come on up. Whenever you get there, find a little something to help with your balance. So we're not going to use that just yet. So I've got my chair off to the side a bit. And we're going to come into our mountain pose. Just looking down at your feet about hips-ish width apart, toes forward, just lift and spread the toes out on the floor. And then bring your gaze forward onto the horizon. Soften your knees just a hair, just so we can kind of feel that we've dropped down into the body a little bit, and that we can spread our weight out across the 4 points of our feet and notice where you are, right? So do you tend to be more on the ball of the feet? If so, can you bring your weight back to your heels a little bit more? If you tend to be more on the outer edge or the inner edge of the feet, can you again just sort of balance that out so that we have that as much as possible equal weight across the 4 points, ball, the big toe, little toe, inner and outer edge of our heels. Good. Now begin to circle the hips around like you're doing a slow motion hula hoop. Little hula dance here. So warming up the base of the spine and just moving down through all of the lower body joints, hips, knees, ankles, feet. Yeah. Let's circle the other way. Okay, coming around one more time. And then back to center, arms by your sides. Take a deep breath here. And again, like we started, just feel your awareness, your breath, your weight draining down from the top of your head to your feet so you feel yourself in your standing center. Okay. Now, coming into our breath of joy. So it might help you to think about this as a conductor breath also, like you're conducting an orchestra. So I am conducting an orchestra of birds and squirrels in my front yard. All right, so let's find the arm movement. So first, just arms come forward, arms open out to the sides. For right now, arms come straight up. You'll feel a little swing with that movement in a moment. And then down in front. So again, arms sweep to the front of the body, open out to the sides, reach up, and then reach forward and down. So what we're doing is taking 3 sips of our breath in, and you might think about each sip filling up a little bit more of the lungs, not just bottom to top, but out to the sides, really that 360-degree front, sides, and back of the lungs. And then it's a really sweet release. So let's go slow, and then we'll pick up the pace of it a little bit. Okay, don't think about it too much. I promise you will get it. So we're gonna inhale a third of the breath in as the arms come forward. Pause. Inhale a little bit more as the arms open out. Pause. Inhale all the way up as the arms come up. Pause. Exhale through the mouth, arms forward and down. Again, inhale a third of the breath in, arms forward. Inhale a little bit more, arms open. Inhale the rest of the way in, arms up. One long exhale through the mouth. One more just like that. Inhale. 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 Exhale. Now you are welcome to stay with that. That's a really beautiful breathing practice. But if you feel pretty good with that, Want to get a little bit more energy going, we're just going to come into this little swing. So I'm just letting my arms be nice and loosey-goosey here, forward and back. Just a gentle, easy little bounce in the knees. So there's a little coordination here. So let's get the arms first, and then you'll see how the breath comes right into it. Okay, here we go. Arms front, swing side, swing up, drop through, swing front, swing side. It's a little forward and up this time, and then through. So front, to the side, forward and up, swing through. Keep going, just get your coordination there. We are enlivening every cell in our body, even without adding the extra breath into it. So again, you can just come through the swings, or here we go. Breathing in and in and in. Exhale. Keep going. Don't worry if you're getting mixed up. Just keep breathing, swinging, and having fun, which is the absolute most important part of it all. Let's do 2 more. Last. Let's reach all the way up, press into the feet. Feel yourself invigorated, maybe a little bit more awake. Who needs that morning coffee, right? I do. Bring your palms together at your heart. Maybe close your eyes or soften your gaze. And just bring your awareness inside again to your sensing and feeling body. Notice what you notice here. Your heart might be beating a little more quickly. Your breath might still be a little quicker pace. So that's good. Let's begin to slow things down again, though. One long, slow breath here. Good. Release your arms down. Take your feet out just a little bit wider. We're going to come into our weight shift. So we're going to come over onto the right leg. The left toes are on the floor, but the heel's up. And I'm just going to take this little swing through center to the other side. So as we go side to side, I just want to invite that feeling of feeling your weight shifting from 2 feet to sort of 1.25 foot, right? But we're sort of rolling through the feet. Good. So we're starting to wake up the lower body a little bit more. Now we're going to add an arm. So as you lean to the left arm comes up. Back through center. As you lean to the right arm comes up. Okay. Inhale the arm up. Exhale down. Inhale, arm up. Exhale down. So it's just a nice, easy pace. We're going to come one more each way. And as you come back down through center, straighten the legs. We're going to keep the legs in this wide angle as we now come into our chair pose. So the arms are going to reach forward, the knees are coming forward. So make sure they don't collapse into each other. Okay, here, hugging the tummy muscles in, you're just hinging from your hips. You decide how far to sit down. I've got weight across my feet, but a little bit more into my heels. And then we're gonna move through our chair. So pressing up and sinking back down. So saying good morning to a few more of our muscles that are gonna help us with our balance. Just floating up and down. Inhale on the way up, exhale on the way down. And as you're coming up, I want you to think about kind of pressing hip to heel, getting that little squeeze of the buttocks at the top. So we're waking up the back end muscles, which are super duper important. And then sitting back into your chair. And then pressing up, little squeeze, sinking down. Last one, pressing up. sinking down. I'm pressing up to stay. Taking a deep breath here. Good. All right, bring your feet just a little closer. We're going to come into our cross crawl. So tapping opposite hand to knee and switch. Kind of cross the body, a little march, a little tap, and you can always keep it low. So you're just sort of lifting a heel, or you could bring that knee up and meet halfway. Keep going. Keep breathing. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. And release. And just pause for that breath. Good. Okay, now choosing to use your chair or not, we're going to do a variation of these touches. Except this time we're going to alternate sides. So let me see here. I'm going to get my brain in order. Yeah, so it's just a little tap to the front with your heel. So it's a little knee bend. And you can choose to do that holding on to something or not. Reach right, reach left. You can always bring the arms out, which will probably help your balance a bit more. Let me slow things down. Apparently my mind is racing today. Got so many exciting things I want to share with you. Okay, so just getting into the legs a little bit more. Bend and tap, bend and tap. Okay, now we're going to change the angle of that so you can still do this easily holding on to something. We're going to go out to the sides like a little hoe down movement and up, out to the side and up. Okay, and so without your chair, out, up, out, up. Good, keep going. Keep breathing. Do 1 more set each way. And back to center. Pause, relax again. Just kind of feel your feet on the ground. Good. All right. Hands to heart, or 1 hand to heart, 1 hand to chair. Okay, so always, always there is the option to use that support whenever you need to. And we're going to take our right knee now and bend that a little out to the side for our sapling, sort of our baby tree pose. So your left leg is your standing leg. Now, be mindful that when you do that, that hip doesn't go bloop, and we kind of sink into that. So you're going to pull that in for support. You're going to root down through your standing leg. Gather your center in a little bit. And I'm keeping my right toes on the floor for right now. So just breathing for a moment here. And perhaps imagining your roots flowing down through you. Hips, pelvis, standing leg, all the way down into the ground, deep and wide. You can stay right here. You can start to bring a little movement to that. Maybe the leg stretches out and comes back in. The hands can join or not. It's just that little extension out. The foot stays low to the floor and back in. You could bring the arms up higher if you like. So I'm giving you a lot of permission here to play and explore moving balance. Maybe we take a little star tip. Ooh, that was a lot of sensation, but it kind of felt good on me. I'm going to try that again. See how you are. Your chair's right there if you want to hold on to it. Because it kind of has that feeling of expanding out from center, no matter what version you're doing, expanding out from center and then returning to center. Let's maybe just do 1 more. Your toes might never leave the floor, and that is fine. And then eventually we'll come back to mountain, closing your eyes or softening your gaze. Deep breath. Good. Okay, let's go ahead and bring our chair to the other side so that it's there for us. And again, coming into our baby tree. So the right leg is now your root, your standing leg, and your left foot comes right to the ankle. So I've got a flex in my foot. And it helps me to kind of feel that connection. So a little bit of a press between the foot and the ankle. And then hugging in. So even though this left knee is turned out, imagine you could kind of hug into the midline, hugging the tummy muscles in. Right? Bringing hands to the heart or just one hand to the heart. And you are welcome to stay here and just work on a little stillness in your balance, or bring a little bit of movement, changing the dynamics a little bit. I always vote for a little bit of movement because then we really get to explore what it's like to feel a little bit off center and to be able to recover from that. So that feeling of expanding out from the center and then returning into center. Maybe we make our way into sort of a star-ish pose. You can twinkle your fingers, twinkle your toes, make it a twinkling star. So just play for another moment there. Remember there is, hello, no right or wrong. And like I said, the toes might never leave the floor. You can just kind of scoot out and in. So feeling in your body, where's the challenge? And then where's that recentering? And there's no shame at all in needing to reset, bringing everything back to center for a second and then moving again. So I'll just take one more movement here. And then both feet to the floor. Let's just walk the feet out. Little fancy prance here. Lowering down, arms by your sides, tuning back in. Beautiful. So one more from here. We're going to sweep the arms out and up. Bring the hands to the heart. And let's do that one more time. We're going to circle the arms out and up. And then this time, bring the right knee up with you. This is our balance flow. So extending the arms out from center, pressing the right leg forward. Hands to heart, bring that foot back down. Just the arms, sweep out and up. Hands to heart, and the left knee slowly comes up with you, or maybe those toes never leave the floor. Yogi's choice. Expanding out from center, foot presses forward, arms wide, everything comes back in, foot down. We're just going to do one more each way today. So with your breath. Inhale, circle up. Exhale, hands to heart, right knee up. Gather into your center and then inhale, expand out. Exhale, return. Foot down, other side, just the arms. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart, left knee comes up. Inhale, expand out. Exhale, return. Lower the feet, pause here. Take a breath. Coming back to stillness. Release your arms to your sides. Lovely. Nicely done. All right. Let's move our chair out of the way. And we're going to come through a little standing flow to get back down to the floor. So when we transition from standing down to all fours, if you know that doesn't really work in your body, feel free just to come down any old way that works for you. So I'll show you how to come through kind of a half sun salutation to get there. But if your body has other plans, listen to your body, please. Okay, so we're going to face the front edge of our mat, bringing our palms together in front of the heart. So for right now, let's take that sweep of the arms out and up. Find a generous bend in your knees as we hinge from the hips and fold forward. Might have been our first leg stretch of the day here, so don't be afraid to bend the knees as much as you need to. That will release the hamstrings and feel better on your back. Let's just take a nice big breath here. And then walk the hands up the legs and come to sort of a tabletop, a flat back with your spine. Reaching back through your hips, out through the crown of your head, shoulders gently on the back. And then again, fold forward. From here, take a breath in, and as you exhale, hug your lower belly in as you curl the hips under, slowly roll your way up, pressing down through your feet. As you unfurl yourself, the arms will sweep out and up, and then bring the hands home to the heart. Okay, we're going to do that 2 more times. The third one will step back. That'll make sense in a second. So here we go with our breath. Inhale, circle the arms up. Pardon me. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway up. Long spine. Exhale, fold forward. Remember to bend those knees as much as you need to. Breathe in right here. And as you exhale, hug the tummy muscles in, curl the tailbone under, and take your time as you roll back up the spine. Press down through your feet, sweep the arms up, completing that movement, and then hands home to the heart. Third one. Inhale, sweeping out and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale into that halfway lift. Get long from the tailbone to the crown of the head. And then exhale, fold forward. Now, this is where we're going to step back into table pose. So, bending the knees maybe a little bit more so the hands can come to the floor. We're going to step one knee back and down, the other knee back and down. And from here, we can do a little spine stretch, a little cat-cow. And if you know this is not a good position for your body, for your knees, feel free just to come right down onto your back. And then we lengthen out to center and just swing your legs off to one side. And let's all come down onto our back. Feeling the weight of your body, your whole body relaxing here. And just take a moment to wiggle everything to center, to adjust your clothes. Okay. And then as you're ready, we'll bring the knees into the chest. So holding around the shins or under the thighs as we rock a little side to side. Just massaging your back. Good. And then coming back to center and bring both hands around your right leg as the left leg stretches out long. So we're going to press out through that left heel. You might imagine pushing your foot into the wall, lengthening across the top of that thigh. As the right knee melts towards you, just kind of notice what those shoulders are up to. Are they trying to help you out? Can you soften them down? And imagine that you have your nostrils now on your belly. We're going to breathe into the belly, imagining the fullness of your breath, filling the hips, the lower back. Good. And staying here as we slide the left foot back onto the floor, bringing your hands, if they're not already, behind that right thigh. And then we're going to press the heel up. So I'm also pressing the back of my thigh into the hands. So no matter how straight the knee goes, I want you to be able to feel this kind of hinge in your hip from here forward. And then just take a little roll through your ankle there. So your hips are relaxed on the floor. Good. And then again, we're going to bend the knee a little bit more to the right this time. So as if you could tuck your knee up into your armpit and then stretch. Let's do that again with an inhale, bend. And exhale, stretch. And then bend your knee. Holding here, we're going to bring our left hand on the outside of the knee and the right arm by our side. So the knees are both staying bent. That left foot's on the floor. We have opposite hand to knee. We're just going to drop over into a little twist. So knees dropping towards the left, head towards the right. And breathing into your whole body. Just notice where you can soften a little effort, a little holding, melting, melting, melting. Okay, on your next exhale, hug your tummy muscles in so you're moving from that core support to come all the way back to center. Bring both knees to you and just take some little circles around, massaging everything out. Coming to the other side now. So we're going to bring both hands around the left shin or back of the thigh. Slide that right leg all the way out. So knee to chest pose. Feel as if you could push that right foot into the wall. Left knee squeezes gently to you. Shoulders are relaxed. Jaw is relaxed. So think about your tongue softening inside your mouth as you breathe into the nostrils on your belly. Just sliding that right foot back onto the floor. If you're not already, we'll hold behind the left thigh, giving the knee again a little squeeze to you. And then as you straighten the leg, feel the thigh press away from you into the hands. Take a little ankle roll. Okay. And then we're going to bend the knee again, this time thinking about as if you could tuck the knee into the armpit and then stretch back up through the heel. And then again, inhale, knee bends just a teeny bit towards that left shoulder. And then exhale, we press up. And then we bend. We're going to stay here. This time, your right hand finds the knee. Your left arm comes out to the side and twist to the right. Perhaps turning the head to the left or just, again, wherever neck feels most at ease. And feel your radiant breath again, spreading out through you like the rays of the sun. Perhaps feeling that gentle expansion from the inside out as you inhale. And then just that softening, melting quality as you exhale. One more time, in. And on this exhale, gather your belly to your back. We'll bring the knees back into center one more time, both knees to chest. And this time, rocking forward and back. Just finding all these different ways that we can massage the back and integrate the movement. Sometimes it feels nice to do this sort of running movement too, just sort of pedaling one knee forward, one knee back. Yeah, these are all great movements if you have a lot of back tension. You can even do these in bed before you get out of bed in the morning. Maybe some knee stirs, circling the knees out away from each other and back together. Good. And let's all meet back in center then, lowering your feet to the floor. And maybe taking your feet a little wider, slightly pigeon-toed, and letting the knees rest against each other. Or if you have a cushion you could place underneath the legs, you could stretch the legs all the way out, just making sure you've got a little something underneath the knees that will help the back stay relaxed here. We're coming into short Shavasana, relaxation. So arms can rest comfortably by your sides or on your body. Maybe closing your eyes. Softening the corners of your eyes. Imagine softening the space between your ears. And the muscles inside of your mouth. As we just take a few moments here to know that all of our doing is now done. We just get to rest, get to soak in, receiving the benefits of our practice. Softening down through the upper body, weight of the arms letting go. Relaxing through your back, softening your belly muscles. Relaxing the weight of the hips, the legs, the feet. And tuning back in here to this inner world of sensation. And just noticing how you feel. Taking a few more easy breaths. Letting this feeling of relaxation wash over you. And then allowing this feeling of ease, of relaxation to stay with you. As you start to find a little movement again through your toes and your fingers. Finding your way into any feel-good stretch. Maybe have a big yawn as we wake up to a new start to our day. And take your time as you roll over onto your side. So just resting that top hand on the floor in front of you. Pause for a moment. And then pressing back up to sitting. Coming back into your easy sitting pose with as much support under your hips as you need here. Just take another moment back in your seated center. Just to come back to that awareness of being fully present here, awake, aware, energized, grounded, ready for your day now, ready to step into your day with ease and flow. And let's bring the palms together in front of the heart, bowing into your sweetheart. And just taking a moment to bring some gratitude to yourself, a little self appreciation for showing up for yourself throughout these last several weeks, to make this time for you. Give yourself a little virtual pat on the back there. And it has been such a joy to be with you all. Thank you so much for being here. Have a beautiful day and summer. And I'll see you when I see you next. Namaste.